Welcome back, everybody, to Soul and Self Collective. I'm Scott, Liz is Husha, and
And I'm Elizabeth, Liz, the Hmong Shaman. And I'm so happy that we are making a video together again. It's been a hot
it
minute since
has. It's been like
you and I
3
made a,
weeks.
yeah, actually, yeah. And so I'm actually really excited to make this video with
So am I.
you. It's been a while. And today we are going to talk about, da, 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 I did my first ceremony.
You
Yes,
did.
I did do my first ceremony.
You did.
So, in case you didn't know, Hmong shamans, particularly my lineage under Sifu Tassi, I have to be able to fix my family before I can don't, which is basically go outside of my household to go fix other families or basically outside or not within my household. And so, yeah,
And it
I
happened.
yeah, I did it. I did it, you guys.
Canker sore and all.
Yes. Okay. So, man. Okay. So, I'm not sure if you guys knew this or not, but I'm gonna share anyways. So, in case you didn't know, shamans when they go do a fixing ceremony, usually they may encounter a haunting of some sort that the household is encountering, or the person that they're fixing is encountering. And so, in my case, I've always wondered what that was like, and, not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous about that
Yeah.
because, like, I okay.
I was going to say, can you tell us a little bit about leading up to the ceremony?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, what I was gonna say was, I don't feel like I'm haunted, but I I am in a sense where things do happen around me, but it's just so, like, irrelevant that it doesn't bother me any, but then someone who doesn't encounter these types of things may be freaked out by it, right?
Yeah.
And so, when I'm about to fix Scott, my daughter Iris, and our son Theo, um, I was, I myself was nervous about it.
Were you?
I was because that's my first ceremony ever that I'm doing it by myself. I'm the shaman, not my seafood, not my peer, me.
Right.
And
There was
so
really no one else there because
yeah.
usually your Tassie's sitting there waiting, but
No,
you're on
usually
your own.
I'm sitting there watching Tassie
That's true. That's
or
true.
watching my peers, do the ceremony, but this time it's me who's, doing the fixing ceremony. And it's so funny because my dad was like, "Oh, I don't really know a whole lot. I won't be able to help you. Is there somebody who can come and sit and help you?" And I'm giggling because I'm like, well, low key, I'm kind of worried about that too.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Mekwaning, they gave me over like they were calming me down.
That's
I
good.
wanted to feel nervous. I wanted to feel scared, but I
Did you?
couldn't. Yeah, I wanted to. Those are natural feelings that I thought I was gonna have, human me.
Yeah.
But those feelings never really came. I kept asking myself, like, man, am I scared? Am I nervous? Am I nervous? I'm like, I don't feel that at all. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is a good sign, you
Right.
know?
That is nice that they were able to alleviate that stress
Hmm.
leading up to it. Because I know it took a while to come, the fixing ceremony. We were talking about it for a while.
Yeah, well, not really. I mean, as after I raised
Yeah.
to my second level, I think it was maybe less than a month before I did my first fixing ceremony. It was like
Yeah.
maybe 3 weeks. And anyways, so back to the week that was leading up to the actual fixing ceremony, there was no like physical manifestation of like apparitions or any like physical thing moving or anything like that.
Okay.
None of that. But I did notice, and do feel free to let
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
know if this is like you don't want to share this, but
Yeah.
I noticed that you were getting angrier more
Yep.
often, easily agitated. There were so many times where there was just like a lot of embers that was like just waiting to strike up a argument between you and I.
I will say that week leading up to the ceremony, there
Yeah,
was a lot of
it was a lot.
small things that was just led
Mhm.
to huge arguments, and it did get to a point where I was sitting there, I was like, "Damn, like, this isn't normal." Is
Yeah.
that what's actually causing it, or is it like a placebo effect?
Oh my gosh, I kept telling myself like it's okay.
It's
Scott
almost
is
over.
just going through that entity is just having its last blast at him and trying to stop the ceremony. It's not gonna
That's
happen.
it was interesting, yeah.
Now, that was what I noticed with Scott. Now, as for, I mean, even with ours too, I noticed that she was getting more easier to like upset her,
Yeah.
right? And then, well, Theo is just Theo. I can't, I can't really tell right now because, well, then he's always like glued to me, and so it's just Theo. But then for me in particular, a night or two before the actual ceremony, I had a dream about my deceased grandma, my pa, and we were in a house, and my auntie, um, she was there, and it looked like a normal day. In that particular dream, I didn't put two and two that my grandma's dead. And so it just felt like a normal memory, honestly.
Yeah.
So my grandma, she often tend so in the dream she was coming towards like me and my aunt, and she was just complaining, as elders always complain,
She
like
was good at that.
oh, nobody loves me. I'm all alone. Nobody wants to take me anywhere. Nobody wants to talk to me. And so I was like, and I immediately like went towards my grandma. I was like, and I hugged her. I was like, "Oh, grandma, it's okay. I'm here. I'll talk to you. I'll take you. Where do you want to go?" And then, and mind you, I'm hugging her, and her head is like right here, okay, and her little salt pepper hair, anyways. And so she she doesn't say anything, and I'm hugging her, and I'm like, "Well, this is weird. How come she's not saying anything?" And then she starts like giggling, and I'm like, "This is not my grandma." Like, you would think I would know by now. This is like, I think the third or fourth dream I had of my
They
grandma.
know where to get you.
I know. Entities, they do. They do. And so, oh my gosh, I was like, oh no. And so, anyways, entity, I'm holding entity. Entity is giggling. And I'm like, and so, and I'm like panicking, and I'm screaming to my auntie Kutupa. I was like, "Lo jo pakwa, turachi kutupa." Basically, I was just saying, "Auntie, come help me! This is not my grandma." And so then, I heard my auntie coming towards me, and she's like trying to pull the entity off of me. And she's like, "Let go of this girl, let go, And so then, mm, so this part is a little creepy. Um, I felt the entity. It was like almost like when you pick up a child by the armpit. It was like that. It was like holding me like that, and I could feel pressure up along right here. And I was just so freaked out. Okay, I don't know if you guys have any type of senses when you're in your dream. Usually, I do not. I mean, I think nobody really has any type of senses in their dream.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're in a dream, right? But in this instance, I literally can feel the pressure and the tingling sensation of the entity pressing if it had a thumb, its thumb right here. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm done for. That's it, I'm done for. And so then as soon as it's like starting to lift, I was like, I'm done for. All of a sudden, so my guide, they came out, boom, like out through from my chest area, like pummeling the entity away, far away, like a raging waterfall, like that way. Like when you see fire hydrant and they're busted or something, and you see the velocity of the water just rushing through. It was like that kind of force. And then, I heard my spirit guide, they said it in Hmong. They're like, "Kumatukka kokutun sailo," which is basically like, "How dare you touch my girl?" And it's like pushing it up. And anyways, it was a really epic moment because
Sounds like a drama.
anyways, and so I you guys, I was legit scared. I really thought I was done for. And so when that happened, I'm just like, trying to calm myself, and I could feel my other guys trying to soothe me and casting like a protection around me. And while like my one of my main guides duking it out with this entity, long story short, I helped my main guide X off this entity. Um, but when was somewhat like woken up from the dream, I do this thing when I have really intense dreams where I suck my tongue like to the roof of my mouth, and my back molar, it kind of has like a sharp edge to it, and my tongue was sucked into that spot. And so when I had released it, I could feel a huge indentation in that part of my tongue. It was like uh that side. Yeah. Why are you
Very
laughing?
detailed.
I just yeah, anyways, maybe I don't know. Anyways, and so it left a huge indentation, and I was just like, I really hope this isn't gonna cause anything. It was pretty tender.
Yeah.
Um, but as the day went by, like it developed into a huge canker sore. And by the time it was ceremony day, man, it was a full blown canker sore. And I was like, I have no idea how I'm gonna sing.
She's talking like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it was because it was so hard to talk. My tongue was so swollen. It was so hard. But then, when the ceremony day came, like boom, 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 I had no issue. Everything went well. And I did everything I was supposed to. And I was able to sing just fine. That didn't stop my spirit guide. And I didn't feel any pain either,
Yeah.
which is amazing. But yeah.
So was that your only dream leading up to that day?
No, there was more, but then that was the most like memorable,
Memorable one? Okay.
like I also want to mention that, you know, ever since that dream, it made me realize that it's not like a different type of god or entity that comes and save me that I call out for. It's my spirit guides. My spirit guides are the one that comes through to protect me.
Yeah.
And even thinking back to the time when I encountered this entity like crawling up the stairs trying to reach for me, it was my spirit guide who was protecting me from it. So
It's cool. So they've always been there. They've always been protecting you.
yeah.
That's
Hmm.
really cool. So we made it to the day.
Yeah.
What was it like in the morning, like leading up to starting? Was there any anxiety, like trying to get it going
Nope.
quickly?
No anxiety. It was more along the line of, hurry up, let's get this over with.
Were you feeling anything from my entity or one of the kids' entities that was like trying to prevent you from going or anything?
Nope. Other than the canker sore.
Other than that?
And I know that it was your entity that was trying to like postpone it or throw it off. I don't know. But nothing was going to stop that day from happening.
Okay. Would
I
you
said I was going to do and sing that ceremony, even if I was bleeding.
and would you mind sharing what the ceremony looked like for you?
Yeah. So in the ceremony, again, usually it's Tassie that does it all. And so, but it was me this time. And so, okay, I did this several times throughout the ceremony where I'm just kind of like twiddling my thumb. And I'm like, what the hell am I waiting for? I'm the shaman. Go do it. Go do the
I
hoopla.
remember that. You were always sitting there on a bench and you're like, wait, I'm not waiting for anybody. I can just start.
Yeah. So I did the first round of hoopla, and that was very easy. And then after I finished that, I went to go prepare for the ceremony to prep Scott, Iris, and my son. and I did the ceremony just fine.
So when you went into the spirit realm,
Hmm.
what was your encounter with on my side?
Yeah. So your side was almost immediate, and I would say yours was the heaviest one.
Immediate. Were you expecting it to be in the beginning, or
No, I was not expecting to take care of
so like an ambush?
Scott's entity in the beginning. Yes, it did feel like an ambush. For some reason, I thought that it was I get to choose what I wanted to do first.
How dare you?
No, I don't get to really choose that. And so when I went in, I was immediately met by Scott's entity. I call it a super ghost, but so
So super ghost, that's not a demon, but
mm,
it's
so I called it a super ghost because this is a woman's spirit, and it was very vengeful, mournful. Um, it was she wasn't demonic, but she had a lot of power from hatred. Um,
do you know where I picked her up from?
you were wearing soldier clothing. It was back when you were still a soldier, and you were walking in what looks like sand or dirt, some sort of yellowish material that you're walking on,
Yeah.
and you were holding a rifle, and I could see you walking, holding a rifle, and I could see this super ghost just eyeballing Scott and charging at him and like lunging. So I had her
Hmm.
perspective when I went in trance. Just it gave me like a origin story of how it got to Scott, and it just lunged and it just yeah attached itself to you then,
Oh wow.
trying to murderous intent of trying to um unalive you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As you said that, it just reminds me of the time when we were in Afghanistan and I was walking from one of the training sites, and it was like a 2 mile walk. And I just remember walking, and it was all desert. And
Mhm.
then a truck pulled up, and there was like two or three people in the truck. They didn't look like our soldiers. They might have been from a different country, but they weren't American. And they were like, "Oh, hey, why are you walking? Why don't you jump on in and we'll drive you to wherever you want?" And I was like, no, I'm good. I've seen the movies. But yeah, I was like, no, I'll walk. It's fine. It's not that much farther. And I'm
Yeah,
wondering if that might have been where it came from.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But you were walking, and it saw you. It it saw your uniform.
So I was upset at the uniform.
It was mainly focused at you, who had the uniform on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did that, after it showed you where it came from, how did it unravel?
Well, my s- my spirit guides were the one who took me to go see that.
And how was fighting it?
It was, I would say, it was pretty well. It wasn't it wasn't bad, but I wasn't expecting it, so it was a bit difficult in that perspective where I had to get a hold of my footing. And once when I did, it wasn't bad.
And I remember the night before we were folding boats and all
Yeah.
of these other things because you were like, "Oh, we're gonna try and negotiate."
Oh yeah, because my guides, they were telling me that we should fold some money boats and cut up some the twirly money. I think the idea was that we were going to try to negotiate this entity to go away.
Was there any negotiations?
No, she did not want to negotiate. She was going to die trying to take him down with her, and me too, for trying to,
Me too.
to cut that tie.
Okay, so you ended up just getting rid of her completely.
I had to, yeah.
Okay. And how was the end of the journey?
The end of the journey was pretty abrupt. When I finished doing what I need to do,
Yeah.
my guys are like, "Bye."
They were like, "And done."
Yeah, and we're clocking out now. Bye. Get down. And so I came out. You know what's funny? When I
What?
came out
Yeah.
of my trance, remember? So my she's the wife to one of my shaman sibling, and oh yeah, I can say their name. They gave me permission. Anyways, Maya is the wife to Peter. So Peter, he's a Hmong shaman as well, a peer of mine. And when I came out, because they came to my first ceremony,
Yeah.
Maya was like, "Oh my gosh, Liz, I can never be like your Husha. Like you ask way too much stuff."
You were asking a lot. She was asking so much that thank God Iris was there too, because we were double teaming everything. Because
Mm.
you would ask for something, and we would start doing it, and then you'd be like, "And I need this to be done right now too," and we're just like, "We haven't even started."
I didn't say it needed to be done right then and there. I just said you guys need to do that. Well, you needed to do
You need to
that.
do that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, getting felt like the Sims. I had a bunch of stuff at the top, and I'm like, oh
I like that.
god. Okay, so that led to the end.
Of the
No,
ceremony.
yeah, end of the
Well,
ceremony.
and then I have to do the second round of Hooply.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Okay, so y'all, I messed up. So um, when I went to go Hooply, the last part, everybody came but Iris, and she is um. Long story short, her spirit came, but it wouldn't stay, and I'm like, what the heck? What's wrong with her? I'm just kidding. But I was like trying to persuade her spirit, like she's loved, she's wanted, like we really do mean our what we say, like we do love her. We want her to stay. We love that she's a part of our family. And she eventually stayed. But when I was doing the chicken feet reading and all that jazz, I realized I didn't have rice with the chicken and the egg. I just had the chicken and the egg. The rice was missing, and I wonder why she didn't stay because she didn't believe that we were being truthful because the ding rice was missing. Ah, so,
That was pretty funny. It took so long to realize it too, because you were you were already peeling it and working on like reading
yeah,
the chicken. And you're like, oh,
shoot, oops,
whoops,
yeah. So that was kind of funny.
mistakes happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it was pretty funny.
yeah, I was able to feed my spirit guides afterward just fine, and it's funny because I, like, racked my brains for, like, a few days. I went over my notes and recordings, and I did everything to the T just fine.
We did. We had everything laid
Yeah.
out. I remember we had a notepad that had everything on it. We were like, okay, if we need it, we need it.
Yeah. Well, I did it mainly so that Scott could spot check me
Yeah,
because I don't yeah, I didn't have my teacher there with me, and I wasn't sure who was gonna attend my first ceremony. And so I needed to write that down and have Scott be able to check me, and he didn't even need to at all, which
no,
was so proud of myself and my spirit guides.
yeah. Were
And I'm
they
really proud of you and Iris. Like you guys were really good. I felt
felt safe?
I felt safe.
That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, because we did have to draw some circles around
Mhm.
instantly,
Mhm.
and then there was a whole bunch of Zenang. We had to do that a lot too.
Yeah. Yep. And mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a very interesting experience. The feeling, because I know when you had yours, Steve, you had a lot of chest
Physical.
pain. Yeah,
Yeah.
physical pain. I'll say for myself, I don't recall feeling anything physical. I just felt very like hot
Mm.
and very, as you said, I was very irritated at things. Like you can just, and what I thought was the most interesting was it wasn't irritation for nothing. It was just constant either images coming through or
Mm.
thoughts of like just negative thoughts, negative things to say, like, you're not good enough for this. Why are you doing it this way? She thinks you're stupid. There's just a bunch of like very negative thoughts. And I was just like, I don't recall ever having those, but they just felt so real that you're just like,
Like while I was in trance and you're being my shaman assistant?
and the week prior,
Oh, okay.
like what was causing the irritation was just a lot of, just felt like a lot of self deprecating thoughts.
Mhm.
that just led to irritation. And then, yeah, even when you were in trance, it was there. And then it just kind of went away. Never really thought about it until now. But yeah, it was a very weird feeling not having control over like the images that were coming through and the
Yeah.
thoughts that were there. Yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
You know, I kept asking Iris and Scott like the following few days after I did the fixing ceremony, like, do you feel anything? Do you feel anything? Like, how are you feeling? And then a consensus from the both of them was that they felt lighter. They felt more peaceful. They felt more happier.
I would say in the beginning, like I wasn't sure what I was feeling,
Mhm.
but after like a day or two, I'd just say it felt more calm. Like my mind wasn't there wasn't as much going through my mind. It wasn't as rapid. There wasn't as many things going on and off.
Mhm.
So it just felt quieter, so to say.
Okay.
And I thought that was interesting because it just seemed fascinating because I feel like I've always had a very active mind. It's very hard for me to calm down. So that
Yeah.
was nice to have that little bit of reprieve.
Oh, good. But yeah, that was my first fixing ceremony. And in the next video, we're going to talk about luck. Okay, so we actually went.
We did. And I'm awful at recording, but we are going to make it happen. And we're going
We
to learn from this for the next
we already made it happen. We
one.
went.
Yeah, we already made it happen.
We went, and we ain't going. I'm not going back there. I don't want Scott going back there because my shrine is actually going down because we're moving.
We are. This Friday is the end.
Yeah, and so we're not. We're gonna stay low. We're gonna keep a low profile, and we're not gonna go anywhere that's haunted or that's a gaping portal.
Until we make it to Minnesota.
Anyways, and
Yes.
so in the next video, we will see you there, and we will talk about luck and what that experience was like.
And all the weird things that happen before and after.
Just wait to hear what this guy did. Like a huge no-no. Okay.
Yeah, it was a big no no.
Yeah. So anyways, we will see you guys
See you
in
in
the
the
next
next one.
Bye.